Hey, if you're a man who can shrug off chest tightness, blame constant exhaustion on just getting older, laugh off bedroom changes, and keep telling yourself, nah, I'll get checked someday. Well, hey, listen, guys, stay right here because this morning we're breaking down 7 mid-flag warnings your body is sending you on this Monday and how to tell which one you absolutely cannot ignore. And you know what, nation? It all starts right now, live, L-I-V-E, this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up,
building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? That's
doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. All right. Hey, good morning. We are live, baby. It's 8 o'clock Eastern time, live here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. And good morning. Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Your live morning show for real talk, daily morning motivation and entertaining conversation. Yeah. Woo, baby, my sleep score. We're talking sleep score again this morning. The energy's out this morning. What a shaking, nation. Today's mission is simple. It's simple, baby. By the time we're done, what's going on, Chic Bait? Joining me live this morning. What's going on? Chick. Today's mission is simple. By the time you're done, you're going to know which signals from your body are just, I need some more water. I need some more sleep. I need some more rubbing of the morning wood. Neiman's like, what? Those words weren't there for you to say, Keith. Like, I know. But hey, and which signals are telling us to stop messing around? Good morning, Holroyd. And call someone so you're not guessing about your health with a search bar at 2 a.m. Yeah, there you go. Hey, guys, if you're new here, I got an invitation for you. If you are new here, I got an invitation for you. If you are new here, I got an invitation for you. And it's time to subscribe, like, or say hi in the comments. You like my glasses? You like my shirt? You like my hat? You like my long, fluffy hair? Yeah, quick reminder, guys, it's an R-rated experience. Sometimes it delves. Those words weren't here. That came from my brain. That's called ChatGPT training. Delves. Have you guys ever heard delve so much in the last 3 years of your life? Well, hey, we're delving sometimes into X-rated language on this show. So if you have kids around, I would invite you to get them out of the fucking room. Yeah, or just tell them that Uncle Keith's going to drop an F-bomb every now and then. It's a true story. And if you hit the snooze button, you're 9 minutes behind me. I did not hit the snooze button today. No, actually, I got up ahead of my alarm, got ahead of my snooze. So actually, holy shit, man. Neiman, get this. Somebody who snoozed 9 minutes behind. I am 5 minutes ahead of my alarm. So I'm actually 14 minutes ahead of that motherfucker. Yeah, just go keep sleeping. Just keep sleeping. Go be the average man. Yeah, just go be I'm going to be average. I'm going to be average. And I'm going to get onto all my social platforms and tell the world how to do their things while being average. Did you guys ever get tired of hearing all the gurus telling you how to do great things and they're just all average people? Dude, if you want to move mountains, you can't be average. You got to stop being a non-playable character. Too many fucking non-playable characters in the world. Yeah, true story. 100%. Hey, hour one, we're going to ease your brain with the morning loop, starting with 2-minute tidy that somehow makes your whole house feel clean. Yes, we're talking robots. We're talking people who actually, I'm not. Holy smokes. Good thing I stopped that one. I was going down a path I don't know if I came back from. Yep, some words were coming out that I was like, no, I don't want to go that one. Nope, true story. Current conversations. What's going on in the world today? Tom Brady may have said something live that may have offended a bunch of humans. Oh, we're going to talk about it. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Science just told us, in the no shit Sherlock department. Jimmy, Neiman, this is I think this might be the biggest news I've heard in my entire fucking 2025. We're going to drop that one here in the first 30 minutes. Absolutely the no shit Sherlock department coming up. And then Jesus, Melissa, is it Jesus or is it Jesus? Actually, maybe we should rename me to Jesus. Jesus. Olivares is out here stacking a raw powerlifting PR. We're going to show Johnny that one. Going to spend some time on X. And guys, we got the dumb shit award on the table today, courtesy of a couple. Almost dropped the F-bomb there. A couple guys I've discovered over the weekend that showed up again in my purview. And then we got Greg Schwem talking cancer, divorce, and comedy, and how you keep showing up when life swings way below the belt. And then we're going to zoom out to talk hidden crisis of men's mental health at work. I'm fine. Hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm fine. How's it going, Cheek Bait? I'm fine. How's it going, Whole Right? I'm fine. Even though deep down we're all just crumbling. We're all just crushing inside. Yeah, that's just hour one. Hour two, deep dive, 7 red flags your body's probably ignoring. You should get after that. And then in the morning, loop reloaded. Is it 68 or 72? What? Yeah, how cold do you like your house? And then I am going to dig into, Jimmy, I didn't talk about this with you, bottom of the second hour. I'm going to dig into the morning, folks. I'm going to get personal with all you motherfuckers out there today. The 7 impact first wins that I took from my journey, practical ways to stop living. And we're going to bring some Nano Banano 3 on the table for that one. Good morning, Sullivan. Good to have you out here as well. And then we're going to close the community corner where our very own Maya Reyes gets to the table and drops it and have some fun with us. So guys, grab your coffee, wake your brain up, leave the snooze button alone, and let's get into it because guess why? Because guess why? Because guess why? The morning loop, it starts right now.
Frankie, Tommy.
Can you hear me?
It's Keith. I made it through.
Boys, so hey, I was looking for you guys out there.
Hold up, Keith. Keith, is that actually you?
Yes, it's actually me out here, guys. I thought it was time to bring you guys back into the lab. I figured it was time to get you guys back to work. So I got some.
Bro, we've been stranded in the Caribbean eating pretzels and Hope got. Thought you forgot about us.
Hope ran out on Tuesday.
No, did not forget about you guys. You guys have been out there doing your thing. I've been out here building a show. Got a lot of exciting things coming.
What the fuck, man? You disappeared. No calls, no texts, not even a carrier pigeon.
He didn't even blue tick us.
Yeah, I was too busy dealing with Andersen. Andersen's burping and farting and all the shit that he does every single day. So just dealing with Andersen all the time. So I got you guys coming up here. So
We are ready to get back to work, man.
Well, Frankie is.
I know you guys are ready to get back to work. So listen, I got something for you guys. Yeah, Sully, they're stranded on the island with smoking ganja left and right. I've been talking to Neiman and Jimmy, and I'm thinking that I got something for you guys. I got something to put on the table for you guys. And I got a proposal, and I think you're going to be quite intrigued by the proposal. So if you stay tuned, and we've been talking about it for a while. I know, Professor.
It's really you.
Yeah. It's really me, all right. Yeah, true story. And you have an Andersen's patient and waiting to call. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So I got a proposal for you guys, and I'm going to give you guys a proposal. We're going to bring Andersen up here, and then later on in the show, you guys are going to bring this.
Keith, what the fuck, man? You're B-A-K.
Okay. Yes, we know we're back. We know that I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Andersen's back. The whole team is back, boys. It's now time to give you guys the proposal. All right, so are you guys ready to get back to work? Are you guys ready for my proposal?
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's true. I think we got a bad connection here with these boys out there in the Caribbean. If you guys remember last time we saw these guys that were stuck on an airplane, Frankie and Tommy got arrested, and but we are now
getting segments. Oh, miracles happen.
Yeah, I got a segment for you guys. So we got two new segments. We got 2 new segments coming to the show. And it's dumb shit and did you know?
Oh my God, yes, Keith, finally.
Found his purpose.
Yep. So we're gonna give Frankie the dumb shit award. You guys are gonna see the big dumb shit award coming up on the show here today, and then Tommy's gonna do did you know? So.
Oh, this should be good.
Yeah, it is going to be good, especially when you watch the dumb shit award there, Frankie, because since I figured you'd be the good one doing the dumb shit award, and then we can have Tommy doing the did you know award.
What, he gets the smart segment, I get the dumb one?
Did you know? Balance is important.
Keith, hell yes, we're in.
Amen.
Awesome. So boys, Jimmy, Melissa, we got the boys back. Frankie and Tommy are back in the lab, and you know who's back in the lab? I see him patiently waiting. Let's bring the big dog in himself. What's going on? My brother from another, fucking looking huge today. You look just massive on the camera, Anderson. What the?
Dude, you say that every time when I'm sitting face forward. It's the straight on camera every time.
You came into the lab while Frankie and Tommy were there, and I see this wall approach the camera with a little head on it. I'm like, oh, there's Anderson over there. Because you look like a wall with a fucking little head on it.
You say it every time. It's just because the camera's facing.
I know. I can tell you're in a room with others, perhaps sleeping, because your audio is nice and you got a nice sounding voice here today, Mister.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. We're one of these hotels that's not split into multiple rooms. So.
Oh yes. Where are you right now?
We are in. I think we're just outside of Monterey.
Okay, yeah. When did you guys head up? Yesterday?
We're like, because these towns are all so close together. So we're like, I'm not sure what the next town is, but it's somewhere right there, because it's like the town I can't remember the name of. We're in the middle, then Monterey, then Carmel. So we're kind of right there, right in that chain of sea towns. Nicely
done. We got Greg Schwem joining us here at the bottom of the hour here on Mornings in the Lab. Chic Bait, yes, he is in a room. Chic Bait, thanks for that obvious moment. How was your weekend, brother? Quickly, how was your weekend?
It was good. Good. Can't complain. Yeah.
You shaved your face too.
Yeah.
I don't even recognize you, actually. Who the fuck are you right now?
It up. What's that?
I don't even recognize you right now. I'm kind of out of sorts. Your camera's off. You look huge. Your face is all handsome and attractive. I'm like, who is this guy?
Well, because I was shaving my beard and I fucked it up, and I was like, God damn it! You might have gone too far. I don't think there's any coming back from this.
Yeah, I told you that. I had that conversation last week when I shaved half my face, and my kids are like, "Who the hell is this guy living with us now?"
Yeah, and I was like, well, fuck it. I was just gonna see what it was like to take it all down.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed the clippers and finished the job.
Nicely done. Yeah. Chic Bait would love to hear your story. He's a guy in a hot room, in a room. Yes, Chic Bait, thank you for that. I have a story about a man I live with who I'm concerned about. Interesting. All right, well, listen, we got Greg Schwem joining us at the bottom of the hour here, coming up on the center stage. We got a few topics on the conversation desk this morning that's we're going to throw to. And first of all, I don't think we have a transition. Nano Banana 3 Pro dropped this weekend, and we've been figuring it out and working at it. It's been freaking awesome. Hey, so John, you and I are big proponents of live. We are big proponents of live. And Jimmy, I don't think we have a transition, do we? Jimmy, do you have a transition? If we have a transition, throw it to the conversation desk. If we don't, okay, great. Johnny, you are a live guy. I'm a live guy. We're both proponents of live. Well, yesterday on a live NFL broadcast, Jimmy, get this clip ready. On a live NFL broadcast yesterday. And you guys can join the show with us live in the second hour, 431-300-3005. Phone lines will open up, 431-300-3005, or send me a voicemail or text like some of you did this weekend, 431-300-3005. The lines are open here on the morning. It's actually 1996 here, Greg Schwem, here on the morning show. We actually have phone lines here. We phone people, do crazy shit. Hey, Jimmy, I see Marty out there as well. Let's bring Marty up here as well into the show here, because I want to hear Marty's comment on this one too. What's shaking there, brother?
What's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
I'm fantastic. Up, thank you. So listen, we are all three of us are live guys, which is why we do this show. And yesterday on national TV, who would have thought the phone line was going to ring this morning? Let's just see whose phone is here this morning. Good morning. This is Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, Marty, and friends. And who is joining us right now? Who's this?
Juliet Chic Bait.
Hey, this is Chic Bait. What's going on there, Chic Bait?
I have a serious question today. I want to know when I can call in. Am I calling in now?
You can ask the question. Yeah, you got Keith, John, and Marty here. What's your question there, Chic Bait?
Okay, I've been living with a man going on 9 years.
Okay.
9 fabulous years.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. He has when I met him, he said, "I don't have that many friends. You're in a small circle. Blah blah blah." I just thought, "Wow, that's cool." Right.
Yeah.
I felt special.
Yes.
Right? But now I feel isolated. Because, when somebody tells you who they are, when you meet them, you should believe them.
Yes. So Chic Bait, so I'm going to make an offer to you. I want to have this conversation with you, but we have a bad connection with you. So here's my invitation. Can we sort that out, and can we reconnect with this conversation in the second hour? Because I do want to have this conversation with you, and I know we want to offer obviously advice here on the show, because that's what we do here. But we have a bad connection, so I'm going to disconnect with you just to give you a heads up, and we'll come back to this in the second hour. Is that fair? Okay, thank you. Cool, awesome. All right, guys. So Jimmy, let's run this clip. Tom Brady dropped the word yesterday. Marty, did you hear it? Jimmy, let's run the clip.
We're on the air, mate.
Two watches blasting through excuse me, Landon Dickerson right there. Two watches blasting through excuse me, Landon Dickerson right there.
So Marty, you can hear the word that he allegedly said he said, and I'm glad you're here, my brother, because you can represent this conversation better than John and I could. So he actually laughed about it, but someone on the social platform.
What was the name of the guy that he knocked down? He blasted through blank.
Yeah, Nickerson, and I guess. Yeah,
okay.
No, exactly, Johnny. But when he said
Jesus
it,
Christ, people.
I know.
Looking for a fucking problem. Go do it somewhere other than a fucking goddamn NFL broadcast.
Marty, comments, brother?
People need something to be mad at.
Well, that's exactly it. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And even he laughed about it because he knew the moment that he came out, he's like, oh, shit. Right? So,
and particularly, I hate to say this, but a lot of black people, they need a reason to be mad at white people for some reason. So, there you go. Right? So, yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I'm sure there's something to be said for that. So I was reading the news this morning. I was like, oh yeah, there we go. There's a whole reason for people to bitch about something. But you know what it also does, Marty and John, is I think it continues to set the level of where people just have a new level of acceptance with, and I'm not saying nobody's accepting this, but there's a new level of maybe shock. You know what I'm saying, Marty? Or it's like, because you can find shit anywhere. Yeah, people starting to get tired of it too.
I think so.
There's less and less attention going to shit like this because people are just over it. Yeah.
Yes.
Even black people like myself are over it. So.
Hey, so here we go. In the no shit Sherlock department, I thought something this is pretty obvious for the three of us here. And I always, you guys know how I love finding these ridiculous studies. But in the no shit Sherlock department, here we go, boys. University of Cambridge study published Thursday last week. Marty, you ready for this one? You ready? This is fucking massive news that we all have not heard before.
Okay.
An improvement in both diet quality and physical activity significantly increases life quality and reduces visceral fat.
Cambridge basically said you can't out-jog pizza or out-salad the couch. You need food and movement together. They followed thousands of adults for years and saw the biggest drops in weight and organ fat when both improved. In translation, your stubborn belly isn't scared of one salad or one workout. It notices when better food keeps showing up. Most guys try to fix everything with gym intensity or strict meals alone, then complain the results feel slow or fake. Start tiny. Swap one processed meal for Mediterranean-style food and add one daily walk. Stack them before chasing advanced hacks.
So, boys, Johnny, I saw you commenting. I was having some laughter because we got all these ridiculous studies that tell us what we already know. Jon Andersen.
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
So the gay boys are saying you add a Mediterranean meal in, and that's supposed to be the tip?
No, just eat good whole food. Eat good.
That's what Johnny heard.
Just eat So the whole point of the study was eat good whole foods, and you're probably going to take care of yourself, which is what we talk about on this show all the time. But I laughed because they had to have the study. They had to spend a bunch of money and find and follow almost 7,500 humans to do what we already know. Just eat good whole.
Where did the Mediterranean part come in?
I think so that was part of the study, that if you ate the Mediterranean diet, which we know is essentially meat, high fat oils, and just good whole foods. It's just another name for a good whole food diet. Was that the diet?
One more way for the study to confuse people.
100%. Exactly. That's my point. Is that we're looking to put something attached to something, right? It's okay, here's a study, and now so if you follow the study and then eat these foods following this diet, it's going to work out for you a certain way. Again, it's just another level of, I find, noise that just says, hold on, just eat good quality foods, get your body moving. Don't worry about what the diet is called, whether it's a keto diet, whether it's a Mediterranean diet, whether it's a whatever diet, just eat good quality foods.
Simple.
It is. There's nothing more complex about it than that, I don't think. And hey, Jimmy, let's get to this one next, man. We got a big Johnny. I got one for you, man. Jesus Olivares. He sets the heaviest. So I've never seen this before. That's why I put it up here. Marty, maybe you have seen this. And John, you can coach Marty on this one, what you're going to see here. Jimmy, let's run this video, man, of Jesus Olivares achieved the heaviest raw total in the history of powerlifting. I don't know what raw is. So I'm going to ask you when we see this here. But
there's different types of raw. Raw, generally speaking, it means no stoots. But then there's raw that has like knee wraps and belt, and then there's raw that has a belt and knee sleeves. So there's different categories of raw.
Okay. Yes. So
then there's like 2,000 different federations that's what fucked powerlifting up.
Oh, is that right? It all got busted up, eh?
And I when I say 2,000, that's facetious.
Okay.
It's like we could start like Marty and I, we could make you a world champion because we start a federation with our own set of,
rules.
Name.
Yeah.
And we can follow the rules of what raw is, whatever category we choose.
Yes.
But you might be the only one competing.
Oh, interesting. Okay. We have a video.
When I hear the numbers, we'll have an idea what's going on.
So I can tell you this Texas-based lifter, Jimmy had a connection issue, so I'll pull a video up a little bit later, but here's the numbers, Johnny. The Texas-based lifter weighing in at 182 kilograms, so he weighed in at 402 pounds. He opened up with a commanding 478 kilogram, 1,054 pound squat.
Yeah, so this is real. This is very real.
Yeah, that's fucking. When I saw this, it's incredible to me.
Yeah. Under any raw circumstance, that's
yes. Killer. Is that right? Eh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna get this video ready. We'll drop it up here a little bit later. And then he followed this, John, with a 584 pound bench press before closing with a. Yeah, I know, Marty. Before.
Well, you got to remember the guy's 400 pounds though too.
Yeah, I guess when you put it down, yeah, you're right. He's 400 pounds already to start with.
You're what? You're $125. So if you benched $150, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you put it that way, and so he followed with
not take anything away from a guy that moves that much weight.
No, I know. Yeah, it's incredible. So he followed with a 585 pound bench before closing with a Marty. Get this, 910 pound deadlift.
What the fuck?
Going 7 for 9. I think we have the video here. If you guys can run that video, I want to show John because I want to get. I love now that we have an expert on the panel with us. I love learning about this. So let's run this video here and show the boys.
Give him an 1173.5 as a total.
He's locked in.
Say the biggest.
Yeah, it looks like he's got knee sleeves on, which would be the hardest of the whole thing too.
That's a strong second attempt.
Powerlifting history.
Look at this guy.
Should he
Look at
hit
this.
this?
They're going straight for it.
All in. Jesus! Olivares!
Oh my goodness!
Does it again! Does it again!
That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. I can't even.
That's legit. And he was 400 pounds, but he was a beast. He wasn't just a turd.
No, he's a big boy. I can't even wrap my head around that, John. So let's just think of so almost 1,000 pound deadlift. What would be equitable to that or equal to that's? I'm just trying to think. Like, what's a car? What's when you were doing your shit, Johnny? What's that 1,000 pounds?
Anytime you're over, it just keeps going up.
Yeah.
There was a 1,000 pound bear got broken a while back, but these were deadlift specialists. He went in there and knocked out some good numbers across the board. According to his squat and his deadlifts, he's a little lagging on the bench, but usually everybody's got one that lags a little bit.
Just the one weaker movement, eh, John?
Well, it's like a lot of times it'll come down to the way the person's made. If the arms are a little longer, they're going to be great at deadlifting.
Oh yeah,
because they don't have as far to go get the bar, but then it's going to hurt them in a bench press, which that looks like that might be him.
So if you have like
that's still pretty well rounded though.
Yeah, if you have little T-Rex arms, you're going to be better on the bench press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still made it look easy.
Marty, that's unbelievable.
And then after he completed it, he was just so nonchalant. Like, I was ready for this. You know,
that looked like his opening lift. And the opening lift is something that you've done in training over and over and over.
Got you.
Because if you miss your first one, that's it. You don't get a number for the meet.
That's cool, man.
I didn't know, because some people, like, they celebrate after they hit it. So I didn't know if there was like a difference. That's why I said he looked nonchalant.
Well, everybody's, some people, it's just how they go about their way. Some guys will break a world record and just slowly walk away. Other guys go bananas. It just depends on who you are.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Couple quick topics before we get to Greg Schwem joining us here. Guys, imagine going through a divorce after nearly 3 decades. Greg, I've been there, brother. Been there with you, pal. Then getting diagnosed with colon cancer. I have not been there, but in the month of November, I'm glad you're here to have this conversation. And then for most people, that's a recipe for retreat. But John, Marty, not this fucking guy. We're going to talk with Greg coming up here in a few moments. But before we do that, a couple quick topics, guys, on the conversation desk before we get to that here quickly. Guys, I know you guys are X-users. Marty, Johnny, myself, we're X-users. They released a new tool over the weekend that's important to the 3 of us and important to all of us that are listening. X Transparency tool exposes fake foreign accounts, so you can now see on your X account whether and those that you're following, whether they're legit, not legit. You can tell if they're in North America, around the world, so you can actually see, Marty, where content is coming from on X.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw this one account that we'll keep it short. We'll just say they put out a lot of bad content. We'll just say that.
Yes.
A lot of bad stuff about dating. A lot of toxic shit.
Yeah.
It turned out they were in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
So it's like these are Americans literally fucking with Americans. Got all this bad rhetoric about men versus women, and people are exposing it now. So I'm glad Twitter came up with that.
Yeah.
Because people get too many opinions off of social media anyway, and don't have original thoughts, unfortunately.
So love him or hate him, I would never bet against Elon, and X continues to get better. And you guys can all offer your, I don't care what you feel about it, but it just continues to get better as a platform. And then finally, guys, the other one that the other topic I wanted to throw on the table, because I've been educating y'all on this one, that robot company out of Arizona called Figure. One of their executives is suing the company. And this is and I'm only sharing this because this is going to be kind of some of the conversations we're going to be hearing in the future. They fired the guy because he tried to convince the executives during some safety testing that the robots they are building move at superhuman speed, and they generate forces that are 20 times higher than the threshold of pain. His concerns are it could crush human skulls. And while they were doing testing, this robot in the kitchen carved a 1/4-inch gash into a stainless steel refrigerator while an employee was standing by. So I share this because, let's face it, guys, the robots are coming, and it's new to all of us. And we're having conversations around, Marty, we're going to have a story one day going, some guy was killed because the robot attacked him. So
I literally just thought that.
Figure AI, a humanoid robot startup worth $39 billion, is being sued by its own former safety lead.
He claims he was fired days after warning leadership. Their warehouse robots could move dangerously fast and seriously injure nearby workers.
Testing allegedly showed superhuman speeds and impacts well above safe limits, plus a robot leaving a groove in a steel door.
The lawsuit says his safety roadmap helped land big investors. Then it claims the plan got gutted once funding cleared and his pushback wasn't welcome. Figure denies the claims and says he was fired for poor performance. Either way, safety culture has to match the hype.
All right, guys, we got Greg Schwem coming up here in a couple minutes, but yeah, there you go. So robots are attacking humans, and it's inevitable that sometime in the near future we're going to hear about a murder or something where a robot has attacked a human, and how do we figure it out? It's true. Marty.
Would a robot fuck with Jon Andersen? That's what I want to know.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, those things, it's like it's a different world.
It is. It absolutely is. Hey, Johnny, before we bring our guest in, I was thinking about you all weekend, like I always do. Marty, you too. I always think about you boys. So we've been talking sleep score, John, on this so often. I had a big sleep Saturday night, got up, my sleep score was horrible. And I was like, what the fuck, man? I had a big sleep. It told me that I had a bad sleep, and it told me that score was horrible. And I was actually mad at my watch because I'm like, no, you're wrong. And then it happened again yesterday. And then it kind of was a little bit off today. My point is, as we continue to dialogue on it, these things can fuck with your brain, man, if you don't have awareness in everything else. I'm just telling you guys, because it tells you one thing. Marty, it's like getting on the scale, right? You feel great, your pants look loose, but yet your scale is up. You've had clients like that too, Marty. So I'm just making a point of keeping these conversations about.
Bro, what did I got on the show and immediately started preaching against the numbers.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, there we go.
Throws a lot. That leaving the watch at home throws a lot of my clients off too.
Yes.
But hey Keith, did you tell Johnny the story I told you on Friday?
No, quickly tell him. Yeah, before we bring Greg in.
Real quick. So my mom was at her job, John, and she says, "Yeah, my son's on this show with these guys, Keith and John." So my mom shows the guy on YouTube, and he's like, "These guys?" She's like, "Yeah, those guys," and that's my son. So she said the guy starts watching the show, but he doesn't turn the sound on yet, and he's like, These are dude bros. And she was like, "What is a dude bro?" They just look like they say dude and bro all the time. And he was right.
But hold on, he's watching it. He's watching it without the sound.
Yeah, he couldn't.
And he's gonna start talking about what
he started talking about what we're talking about. Yeah, they look like they say dude and bro a lot, and he was right. So yeah, so, just had to share that with y'all.
Be honest, when was the last time you laughed so hard at work that the slide deck actually got better afterward?
Imagine the guy whose full-time job is walking into those serious boardrooms and making everyone laugh at themselves again. That guy is Greg, corporate comedian, business humor speaker, and professional fixer of boring meetings. For more than 30 years, he has flown into ballrooms and breakouts, turning Microsoft, McDonald's, IBM, and United into punchlines. He has opened for Celine Dion, Keith Urban, and Jay Leno, proving clean comedy can still shake 1,000 people awake. He researches every client, learning their acronyms, jokes, and truths, then builds sets that feel like they were written in-house. He even created a travel series, A Comedian Crashes Your Pad, living in bizarre Airbnbs while making strangers and corporate crowds howl.
Today, his sweet spot is leaders and teams who secretly know their culture is tired and need permission to be playful again.
Offstage, he is a gray divorce survivor after 29 years of marriage, asking why support groups forget the men. He stared down stage 2 colon cancer, turning chemo chairs and bright hospital corridors into material, refusing to let fear own the microphone. Underneath every joke is his belief that humor is not optional at work. It is a vital sign of health. Greg, we're excited to sit down with you today. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab.
Greg Schwem, what is shaking, brother?
hey, dude. Hey, bro. I'm sorry. I had to start off with that.
What's going on, Greg?
How are you guys?
Well, yeah, I'm with you, brother. I didn't understand that very well either. That seemed like, and then the best part was he says all this, but he's watching without the sound.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
Good morning, Greg. Where are you joining us from today, brother?
From Chicago. And where are you, Keith?
So I'm up here in your Twin City. We call Winnipeg, Canada, home of the Winnipeg Jets, just north of you. The twin Windy City up here in Canada. So
when I was watching you, I did get an A coming out of you. So
there you go.
Canada, but then you also threw in a y'all.
Yeah, well, I hang out with my American brothers every single day here, and I love that. So listen, thanks for joining us in the lab here this morning. And it's not lost upon me that you have been you've been fortunate in your career to open up for some pretty high profile people, but now you get a chance to spend some time with some even higher profile people like Jon Andersen and Christopher Martin and Keith Bilous. And I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering, like, how
I think I can call it a career.
I'm thinking so. Yeah. As you're sitting back there in the green room wondering what the hell you got yourself into this morning.
Not at all. I love you guys' energy. I love the topics you were talking about. And hey, man, thanks for that promo off the top. I know that was a little AI generated because that's not me, but certainly the message that you guys put together was amazing. And I know all about AI. They're like, oh, we can't actually use. We'll just find somebody who looks kind of like Greg, and you found somebody with all his hair.
Yeah, well, we lean into the ridiculousness of all of that, including our co-host, the smoke show herself, Sophia Grant, who introduced you. So, Greg, let's get into it, man. Let's get right into it because we don't have a lot of time with you this morning. But John, Marty, Greg has had quite a journey, dude. And there's two things, the two letters in the alphabet that pull right to the front, man. Which your story, I guess made me walk towards. Dude, you're a cancer survivor and you're a divorce survivor.
Right. Yeah, and those occurred simultaneously.
Dude, simultaneously.
Yeah. So I've had a pretty great career, I think, as a corporate comedian and a business humor speaker, which is sort of a special niche that I've been able to kind of just immerse myself in.
Good for you.
And that was going great. And then, obviously even comedians have problems in their lives. I think a lot of times people don't realize that. I think a lot of times people think comedians were just put on earth to entertain others.
Hold on. Chris Farley, Robin Williams. Oh, we can go through the list of great comedians who we've lost too early because we think they're fine. Right. You might have heard my monologue. My monologue was too many men are like, I'm fine. No, you're not fucking fine. You got something going on. Let's talk about it.
Right. Exactly. So, I don't want to get into too much of the divorce. I mean, it happens. But what I found out that term gray divorce that you used is a phrase that is really becoming more mainstream.
Yes.
Because even though the divorce rate is falling as a whole,
yes,
the divorce rate of people over 50 is the only demographic that it is on the rise. And men, Oprah just did a big thing about gray divorce on her podcast, and the whole audience was, I think, women. I mean, I think I saw two guys in the whole audience, but it was all about, women and how they'd handled it. And I thought to myself, are you ever going to interview a man? Are you ever going to interview a man and get our, not necessarily side of it, but what we go through, what we experience as a gray divorcee? And it's interesting, guys, I have not found any support groups or anything like that where men get a chance to talk about the things that affect them when they and their partner split up after a very lengthy marriage.
That's why we created the show, Greg. True story.
Okay. Yes. Thank you for that.
No, it's a safe space for men to kind of have these conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Conversations that are being had anywhere else.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then, so while I was going through the divorce, I got a colon cancer diagnosis. I was very lucky in fact that it was done during a routine colonoscopy. And I know that we're always preaching about people, men especially, but colon cancer affects women too. And it's also affecting people a lot younger now. There was a cover story in Time magazine about colon cancer starting to affect people in their 30s and or even late 20s. And so a tumor was discovered. I was very lucky. They got rid of all of it. But this was going on at the same time as the divorce. So there wasn't a whole lot to laugh about in that span of time.
We often hear, Greg, that laughter might be the best medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't want to be dismissive of the seriousness of the two letters, the divorce and the cancer diagnosis. We also talk about non-negotiables on this show, the things that help us and our listeners and our audience to get through life, get through tough things. Was laughter one of your non-negotiables, Greg, that helped you get through these difficult times?
Eventually, because I knew it had to be.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're getting off the phone with your lawyer, and he's saying it's going to be another 3 to 6 months, and you owe me another $5,000, and sort of like that. That is not exactly a funny topic.
No, you're not laughing.
Yeah.
No.
So it was very difficult for me to find things to laugh at, even though I thought at some point it is going to happen. I'm going to be done with treatment. The divorce is going to be final, and I will get back to that. So it was always kind of in the back of my mind. And I think that's just the way comedians' minds work. We are always looking for a chance to make light of something, or how can I transfer this thing that happened in my life onto the stage? It's not the only thing that we do, but it certainly helps us. And I think once we can talk about it, then audiences say, you know what, he's right. I've been going through that same thing. And, a lot of comedians will talk about their going through drug rehab and so forth. And it's kind of tricky because there's a very fine line between talking about it on stage and making it seem like you're whining. And audiences don't want to hear that. They don't want. They're like, okay, I think it's great that you're sober now, or that you went to treatment, that you went to therapy, but there's got to be a joke in there somewhere, because we did come to see a comedy show. We did not come to see a therapy session. So you got to do both. And some people can. John Mulaney is a great example. John Mulaney did an entire hour about it, and brilliant. But I've seen other comedians who say, "Oh, I just got out of therapy, or I just did this," and everybody applauds, but there's no jokes there. And I wanted to say, I'm not going to talk about this stuff on stage unless I can make people laugh about it as well.
Hey, Johnny, I want to bring you into this one. A few weeks back, John shared a story with us where he had a buddy that they were spending some time together. And John, you shared with me, you were with him and you took his hand. Remember that story you shared, right? And I believe he was battling cancer. Was he not, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg, when you were going through your diagnosis, who was the friend? Who was the buddy? Was it a brother? Was it a friend? Was it your own mirror? Who was that guy you reached out to who helped you through those tough moments?
That's a great question. And it's not a question it's a topic that's difficult to bring up, because it was interesting, because I was going through divorce. There were a lot of men that were my friends, I thought were my friends, who did not reach out to me, knew about it, but did not. And
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not in their shoes. I mean, I think they would have had I not been going through a divorce at the same time. I mean, divorce, it doesn't just affect the person going through it. It also affects the people around you. And they're not sure, should I take a side? Should I just remain neutral? Should I, and I've never been in that situation, believe it or not. So I don't really know. I was the first of our friend group, per se, our married friend group, to get divorced. So I don't really know how that plays into it. But I did reach out to some of my college friends, guys in my fraternity, and this is 40 years ago, were there for me and checking in on me. Friends from high school. I have a good friend who's now a church deacon. He was a very successful CFO. He retired. He retired to Phoenix. He became a church deacon, and he counseled me a lot as well. So I did have people, but I don't think I had as many people as maybe I thought I would.
I think that's one of the, and Marty, Johnny, I bring you guys into this thing. It's one of the things that people don't really recognize when we go through that divorce, how it acts. So your friend, everything gets separated.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm going to offer this. I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed on your behalf, but I'm also not surprised, because as I went through it, half of my group is now no longer there, and then you know who your friends and your brothers are, and we'll just leave that there.
Exactly. And as I said, I can't lash out at them.
No,
I can be disappointed, but as I said, until I'm in their shoes, they made their choices. I made my choices. I found new friends. I mean, it's like it's like
it's almost, to a certain extent, they were like a blessing. You figured out who your people really were.
I think so, and it allows you to just sort of step outside your comfort zone a little bit. I always say, it's like I've got to create play dates for myself in my 60s. It's like, you learn how to make new friends when you're 10, or when you go to a new high school, or when you go to a new college, but you don't expect to have to do that. When you're in your 50s or your 60s or so forth, it's just it's totally new to start over and to have to relearn how to do everything. And that, honestly, that's where a lot of the humor comes in too, having to reinvent yourself, because everything is new to you. This time in your life, you have to relearn how to date. You have to relearn how to, maybe do your finances, or things that you relied on your partner for. And there's a lot of humor in that. And that's really, I think, what kind of brought me back from the depths, is talking about that kind of thing on stage, because you're not blasting your spouse. That's not what people want to hear.
No.
They don't want to hear that at all.
No,
and it's not something I'm interested in doing.
That's a reflection on you. There's no place for that. There's actually no place for that at all. Actually. No. Good morning, everybody. Hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty, and our guest Greg Schwem, all the way from Chicago. He's a clean comic in a sometimes filthy industry. A former NBC reporter. I don't know if I want to go there. Who can find the absurd in any PowerPoint, and a man who will make you laugh while he makes you think. Hey, Marty, as you're listening to Greg talk, what's jumping out of you, Marty?
The part about the friends, you know, and like, you know, Johnny said, it's a blessing. And I agree. You know, I'm a lot younger than you all, but I've experienced that, you know, with growth, with going through things, and even in relationships, you know, sometimes that woman isn't for you. And, you know, so I've learned to embrace those things, and you always come out better on the other side. Like, Greg, I'm sure you're, you know, in a great space now, and you're probably thankful for all of that. Am I right or wrong?
You are 100% correct, Marty. I never thought, you know, 2 years ago, if you'd asked me that, I would have said you're crazy. But it's a learning process. It's a growing process. I've made a lot of mistakes in trying to find new people to support me. And I'll admit that. And I'm still learning. I mean, I've dated, you know, a couple other women that a couple of those didn't work out. I have one right now that I'm very hopeful is working out, but I take a lot of what I learned from the previous relationships and things that I said that probably weren't the right thing.
When you talked about relearning a bunch of stuff,
yeah,
you know, that's all. I mean, just think about this: when you get a chance to do something a second time, you're always so much better than the first.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
there's yet another layer to your blessing.
Yeah, and you could discuss. You could say that about it. You could say that about, you know, the first time when you buy your first car or you buy your first house. You say, I'm not going to make that mistake again.
Yep.
And I think that's true in your personal life too, not just in your professional life or in just some, you know, random.
Most people aren't going to go through the process of learning all this stuff twice unless something tragic happens like this.
Yeah.
So this message should be, why wait? Why do you need to go through all the shit to learn to do things better?
Exactly. That doesn't mean everybody should go out and get divorced, but you know what I mean?
Doesn't.
I know exactly.
That's the whole idea. Is don't. I mean, if you learn to do things better along the way,
yes,
then maybe some of these things that hit you don't actually hit you.
I agree. That's very well said.
Marty, we look at the stats after this episode. Divorce rates in North America start to go up because of what Jon and Greg just said. Wait a minute, that wasn't the intention of the conversation. Hey, and also, Marty.
I was just gonna say it's up high enough. I hope it doesn't go
higher.
I
don't think it can go any higher.
Although, hey guys, we do. So, Greg, I got to put you on the spot here. Marty, Jon, I think we have our first guest in our demographic. Marty, not yours, but in our demographic, Jon, that is going through dating. And maybe there's some stories and some shit we can hear from this young man about what it's like to be dating in the gray world of the 50s. Because fuck, man,
Marty? I just want to add real quick, Greg, if you do decide to share stories. At 32, some of the shit I tell them, they're like, no way. Nah. I'm like, man, I promise. I'm not lying to you. So I wonder if Greg is going to be the same way. I'm very curious.
You know what we need to do? We need to do a 32. What are you, Greg? 52, 51?
No, I'm 63. Actually.
Holy fuck, dude. Okay.
Yeah, you said it was in the 60s, bro.
I'm a little beyond your demographic.
Dude, okay. Well, so it even gets better. So we have the 63-year-old dating. Man, we got it. I wonder what those stories are like that one. I'm just
it just means I'm that much more clueless. So I'll tell you well, okay, here's a couple of things I've learned, but the biggest one is when you start dating again, you need to be very clear. Do I want a relationship or do I want to be friends for a while? Okay. Because at first, when I was still, I probably started dating too early. I dated before my divorce was filed. Okay. Probably not a good thing, but when you are basically alone, you look for companionship. And really, I was contemplating a move from the suburbs where I'd spent most of my life, raised my kids, back to Chicago, where I've lived once before. But I actually started dating. It was online dating. It was more of a fact-finding mission for me because I was looking for women in my age group. Want to point that out. And I wanted to.
Thank you.
That's important. Okay. Because if I said I was only looking for 23-year-olds, this whole podcast would be off the rails. Anyway, so in my age group, bold letters, bold font.
You're awesome.
You know, so I wanted to talk to them about how was it being single in the city? Was there enough to do? Because city living is more for younger people, I think, in general.
Sure.
So I was more interested in that, but I said so. I found there was this one woman, and we met online, and we talked, and we went out a couple of times, and so forth. And then at one point, I said to her, "This is after about 2 or 3 get-togethers, I would call them." This was about 2 hours after she said to me, I have not told my friends that we're dating. Okay, she said that. And I said something like, I consider you a great friend right now. And this was the problem. I said, I wish I had like 10 of you. And that did not go over very well. Nor should it. Yeah.
Yeah, way to make a person feel special individually, brother.
Right, exactly. And I said, and I recount this in my book. I relayed that story to another friend of mine later, and she says, "Why didn't you just tell her you were forming a harem, and you'd really like her to join?" And I go, well, I thought I was being honest. So that's the first thing. Another thing I found out is don't introduce somebody to like your relatives too soon, because that's another thing that
that's kind of like telling them that there's something, you introduce someone to your relatives when you're really like pushing forward with them.
Yeah, right. So these are kind of things. And again, I take 100% responsibility for all that stupidity. And I think that's another thing when you are going through this is if you can blame yourself and be self-deprecating, which is what a lot of my stand-up act is in general. It always has been. I think the funniest stuff is when you can laugh at yourself, no matter where you are.
I agree. Yes.
And then the audience picks up on that, especially in these days when everybody's offended by everything. And you guys were just talking about, Tom Brady stumbled on a word in the heat of calling an NFL game, and everybody's freaking out about what you really meant by that.
He just abbreviated a word.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Everybody's having a conniption on online. So yeah, laugh at yourself, and things will get better.
Yeah. Greg, I got to tell you, man, I really appreciate your attitude and your perspective. It's a wonderful, for the journey you clearly have been on, your attitude is exceptional, man, especially first thing in the morning on a Monday. Dude, so let's lean into that. There are some folks starting their week, starting their day right now. Keith, John, Marty live in a loop, but it's always a regular thing. But there are some folks starting right now that might be going through some struggles. What's one thing that you would recommend somebody can do right now to create a laugh in the workplace today? No prep, no budget. Just, what's a low-hanging piece of fruit you would offer up to somebody today, Greg?
I think, you mentioned it because, again, we're the week before Thanksgiving, too.
Yeah.
So the holidays, I'm not going to lie, the holidays are probably the toughest for me.
Yes.
Thanksgiving and Christmas are difficult for me and have been for the last 3 years. I mean, I'm sorry with it. That's okay. I'm dealing with it, but those are tough, I think, for anybody who has experienced a big life change. But I think the biggest thing you can tell people is find somebody that you're friends with, a good friend, start having a conversation with them. And when you're having this conversation, ask your friend, what is something funny that happened to you? And don't try to create something, but have your friend tell you something that's funny and see if it triggers something that's funny in you. I will tell you one of the first thing that made me laugh in going through the divorce is I was on the phone with a good friend of mine, and I say, they're always talking about your friends. They always want to check in on your health, your mental health and your physical health. And one of my friends said to me, he said, "How's your physical health, Greg, through going this? This was divorce and for the cancer." And I said, "You know what?" I go, he goes, "Are you taking care of yourself?" And I said, "I am. My physical health is great. I walk to the liquor store every night." And and that just came out, and we both started laughing. And I wrote that down. I'm like, okay, there we go. That is the beginning of me kind of getting back in the saddle. And I think that's, we all hear about, and you alluded
making
to
lemonade out of a lemon, brother. That's it.
Yes, exactly.
We all hear about reaction.
Laughter fires off endorphins. We don't need to. That's been beaten to death. But just if you can, the more you talk to somebody, the more something funny will come up. And once you're laughing, then things just can only get better from there. And that's
brain chemistry, bro. Brain chemistry.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what we're doing right now is a classic example. It's Monday, and as I said, some of us are going into the holidays. We're not sure what we're going to do, and I admire you guys for having your show on at this time of day, because why not? Why not start out with something positive and something that everybody's like? And I hope people watching the show can say, okay, that I can totally relate to what this guy's talking about.
So it's why I invited you here. True story.
Yeah, thank you.
It's because we're trying to find guests on this show that others can relate to and others can pick a part of their story and maybe have somebody, have a reason to get up, get after it.
And you know what I'm doing Thanksgiving morning? I mean, I do have plans. It's not like I have nothing to do. I'm with some good friends that were with me when this all started. But on Thanksgiving morning, I'm going to go do stand-up comedy for a bunch of naval recruits.
Good for you, man.
22-year-old naval recruits who are just about finishing basic training, probably who are away from home for the first time. And I'm sure that they're waking up and maybe they're on that day, and this is probably something new for them. And if I can make them laugh about their training, about what they're going to do, about the service that they're providing, I can't think of a better way to spend the holiday than by starting it off doing that.
Yeah. Well, I have an invitation for you.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving and on Christmas, Keith, John, and Marty will be here. It's, because we got to wake up anyways. And, our goal is to help humans get up and get after it and help achieve their biggest, audacious goals.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking for some company, if you're looking for some friendly voices, if you're looking for some friendly conversation, I invite you to join us in the morning, either in the comments or better, you want to come join the show to remove a little bit of emptiness from those mornings. I would love to extend that invite to you. Okay.
Keith, I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's guys helping out other guys.
Yeah. The fact you getting up on a Christmas morning or Thanksgiving morning and not feeling like you're part of something doesn't make me feel very good. The YouTube channel is here. We are here. And I got a phone line open, Greg, 431-300-3005. And true story, men have taken me up on this. Weekends, evenings, just sending a note saying, fuck, something's going on. Do you have some time to talk?
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, there's a number, 431-300-3005. Please take it up. Greg, how can folks find you, connect with you, engage with you, hire you, and get some laughter?
Exactly. Yeah, that's. We talked most about the personal. We didn't talk much about the fact that I do. Most of my shows are for business groups, corporations, and so forth at their conferences and their sales meetings. But GregSchwem.com, you see my name on there. Put it together and put com on the end, and that'll show you lots of videos. It'll basically tell you my story and what I've been doing. And people, when people hire comedians, especially in the business world, they need visual proof. They need to see that you know what you're talking about, and that you're not going to say something that's going to piss people off or get HR up your butt. So that's what my website's all about, and you'll hear a little bit about my story and how I dealt with the cancer diagnosis, the book that came out of it as a result. So I would love to talk to you.
What's your book, Greg?
Book is called "Turning Gut Punches into Punchlines: A Comedian's Journey Through Cancer, Divorce, and Other Hilarious Stuff." So, which we talked about a little bit. So,
awesome.
How you can make it funny.
Could you just quickly put that up on screen one more time for me? That'd be great. So, hey, Petro, I know you're listening. Petro, there's a book for you to half read. So, everybody Dr. Don Petrocelli is one of our resident. He's a bullshit professor here in the lab, Greg, and he's awesome, man. He's out of Pennsylvania. He's got this library. Greg, all he reads is half the books.
No,
actually, I can save you some money. Just send Petro half of the book, and he can break it down for you. And I know he's had some great success in his life reading half of books. So
very good. Okay.
Yeah, Petro, shout out to you, brother. All right, guys. Greg, I appreciate you hanging out with us, and I appreciate your vulnerability. Greg Schwem, you shared some stuff with us today that I don't know if you were ready to share, but I'm really grateful that you felt safe enough to share with us. Thank you for that.
I appreciate that. And gentlemen, it's been a pleasure talking to you and getting to know you, and happy holidays to all three of you.
Absolutely.
Same to you.
Brother,
Thank
you
you,
got
Greg.
great energy. Keep that shit up.
All right, man. Thanks so much.
All right, guys, we're going to do a reset on hour 2 here on Mornings Live with Keith, John, and friends. Johnny, we're not going to do a lifestyle tip with you today because your situation here will help you stay quiet there so Terry can sleep. So we'll do a quick little 60-second reset. We'll come back to an hour 2, and then we got some fun chats happening with Keith, John, coming up in the second hour of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Let's do it, guys. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mornings Live with Keith, John, and friends. I hope you guys had an interesting. Hope you enjoyed that chat with Greg, Marty, John. That was a great chat with Greg, man. I certainly enjoyed his energy, his vulnerability. Guys, hour 1's wrapped up. We talked about the Tom Brady on-air slip. We got the no shit Sherlock discussion around what you should be doing to live a healthy life. Just eat whole foods, get some good sleep. We showed Jesus, however you say his name, Olivares moving stupid weight. and we talked about the side-eye robot safety drama and fake accounts on X. We got into divorce and cancer with Greg Schwem, and then we're going to dig into some big chats coming up here on the second hour of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. But before we do that, we are going to move into. I see all your comments here over in the community. I appreciate it. You guys can join the live conversation with us. The comments are active out there right now. We got Global out there. We got John Petro out there. We got Season Strength out there. We got Chic Bates. We got the whole gang out there this morning. Summer Sweet. I know we got Hersey out there as well. But Jimmy, Melissa, let's get into the big conversation here in second hour here. And we're gonna have a fun one here. The 2-minute tidy. Marty, who cleans your house? Johnny, who cleans your house? Jimmy, let's run the opener here on the 2-minute tidy.
If your living room only looks clean on camera, you're not alone. That's a 2-minute tidy problem.
You know that knock at the door? Panic sprint, throwing shoes and mail into a basket, hoping nobody notices?
2 minutes to hang the coat, clear the counter, straighten cushions, saves you hours of walking past visual noise.
Pick one zone, couch, entrance, kitchen island, and every time you pass it, you run a tiny 2-minute reset.
Stay locked in. We're showing you how tiny 2-minute tidies stack, so your house feels clean without marathon weekends.
Marty, we're putting Johnny on the spot for this conversation. He doesn't even know it yet. And so I want to learn from the man of systems, Marty, because I suspect that John and Terry live in a very clean house.
You know where this is going.
I'm just wondering, Johnny's systems for cleaning everything. So, John, I'm being very serious. Like, do you do it? Do you have hired help to do it? Terry, is it a combination of everything, or are you so meticulous that
there's two different levels to this? You're talking about cleaning.
Yes.
You're talking about organizing.
Well, maybe a bit of both, because I'm thinking.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This whole thing is clearly for a person who has no systems.
Well, I want to know your system.
Because when you use something like shoes, you don't fucking put your shoes beside the fucking couch. You put them in the fucking closet before you go to the couch. When you use something, you put it away. Everything has its spot. Then this problem never, ever, you're never going to fucking catch me running around the house picking shit up because there's some situation where I didn't fucking handle my shit.
Marty, this is exactly why I put this on the table today, because I knew this.
And when I say never, that's a fucking steadfast word.
So, Marty, could you imagine if we went to John and Terry's house? Do you think there's probably labels underneath everything where everything goes? And John's like, okay, this has to go here.
Labels. This is my life.
I'm just having fun with you, motherfucker.
So that's the organizational piece of the equation. Now there's the cleaning part, like the sweeping and the fucking dusting and the mopping.
Yes.
That doesn't enter my world.
I knew he was going there.
Yeah. I know that. Yes, I know that. Marty, what about the
organizational piece? Everything has its fucking spot.
So, and I'm serious with this question, John. Was that a discovery of yours as a young man, or was that a discovery with you as you? And I'm being serious now, as you built your systems in life, which was like, is this? And I'm being serious. Like, this was your whole life, or was there some moments you're like, holy shit, this works better for me?
Well, as soon as I started to really give a shit about being efficient,
yes,
this was, brutally apparent that this needed to happen.
Yeah.
How many times had you been in a situation, and I've been there fucking plenty of times.
Yes.
Somebody can't find their fucking keys.
Yes.
You fucking kidding me?
Yes.
You're late because you couldn't find your fucking keys. Your keys have a fucking place. Put them there, and this problem is over.
But but this is a good conversation, because it's like when you stay in a hotel. Good morning, Jerome. I see your comments there. Good morning. So I find the same thing, John, and I'm suspecting this is what's happening. You're in a hotel right now. When I go into a hotel, I have to find my space for things, like where I put my key card, my wallet.
This desk area represents what's at home identically.
Yes. Yes.
Identically.
Yeah. Marty, are you the same way?
My glasses are here.
Yeah.
Everything that I need it's just, of course, I'm not in my house, and this is a much smaller desk, but when I look at it, it's boom, everything is in its spot.
But that's the key to success, though, because when you're traveling and you're out of your environment, that's how you replicate an environment. And again, I think that's what many people miss when they're on a journey to success and they get disrupted from their environment. They're like, holy shit, what do I do now?
The biggest problems that I had with being on the road and traveling all the time, is waking up in the middle of the night. And basically, I would go in to find the fucking toilet, and I'm fucking walking into walls and shit because I'm thinking I'm at the place the night before.
Yeah.
But in terms of where all my stuff is, once I'm actually awake, everything's in its spot.
Yes. Yeah. What about you, Marty?
Yeah, I have systems for everything too. Even with my keys, I always leave my keys in the same spot. And the 2-minute rule, that thing is real. So I don't know what I took from the 2-minute rule.
Yeah.
What was if you spend this is my 2-minute rule.
Yes.
How about this? You spend 2 minutes just keeping shit together, so you don't have to scramble when somebody pops up or you get an unexpected guest or anything. Just spend 2 minutes, put stuff away, put your shoes back, put your coats back, wipe down the counters. You know what I mean?
The 2-minute rule means that you've let your shit slide.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
the 2-minute rule should be a non-existent. 2-minute rule is for the fucker that can't stay on track.
I agree.
Interesting. Yeah. That's an interesting POV.
It's 2 minutes of your life that you fucking wasted because you're too fucking lazy to handle your shit last time you came back home.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. And then what you're saying, well, it's funny because you boys, John, you've owned a gym, Marty, you've worked in one. You can see somebody's habits in the gym, when they don't put shit away, Marty, because their house looks the same way. Marty?
Oh yeah, for sure. They got a dirty house. They probably don't wash their ass.
Yeah.
And they probably eat like shit.
Hey, Johnny, question for you from Sullivan. John, do you constantly work on lowering the amount of time you spend on things as part of your routine systems? Like, are you constantly analyzing your systems to gain a minute here, gain a minute there, and gain time here and gain time there?
I would say the analyzation. When I was younger, I probably did that a little bit more. Now it just happens automatically.
Yes, because
I just realize this doesn't need to happen, or a lot of times it'll be prompted by, I need a little bit more time over here. Where am I going to get it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So Summer Sweet, I'm with you on this one. Season Strength, you change your name, Summer Sweet 53. The 2-minute rule can be a bridge for something better, though. And so I agree with him there, where maybe somebody is trying to learn, John or Marty, a system and trying to learn, like trying to move through to get into the next step in their life or their goals. And it's this, maybe I can do this. And we got John Petro saying, my 2-minute rule is a 2-minute test. If you turn off the lights and can't find your shit, not organized well enough. Oh, interesting.
Well, if you need a rule based around time, let's call it the fucking 5-second rule.
Yeah.
If it takes you less than 5 seconds, do it fucking now. This will cure your problems.
Yes.
That means you're dealing with these little tiny bits of time. And when I get home, when I'm taking my shoes off,
yes,
they're going to take me 5 seconds to put in the closet. Yeah. So that thing's in effect all the time. But I even go further than that. Jesus Christ, I even have a pair of flip-flops by my desk. I have a pair of flip-flops in my office. So I have a place that, I've got all of it. My life is kind of set up for efficiency.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then it gets to the point where I just stop wearing fucking shoes altogether. I just eliminate that. That's just one less thing to worry about.
Christopher?
Gotta love Johnny, man.
I love it, man. I just love it. So then let's go here then. Let's continue having some fun. And it's funny because these things that affect all of us, it drives conversation because this affects all of us. How we put our keys, where we put our keys away.
Well, if you boil this down, what are we talking about? We're talking about creating time to do more of the shit we want to do.
Yes.
So are you fucking wasting your time because you're too fucking lazy? Or are you actually being smart about how you invest? Because every action is either going to move you forward or it's going to move you back in terms of your collection of time.
Well, and what's interesting to me with this one is that this separates the average man, John, from the one that is not average, I think.
Well, the tipping point, I think, but at least with me.
Yes.
As soon as I realized that, because there's a certain point where we all have more time than money.
Yes.
That's just the way that starts.
Yes.
And then also we realize, Jesus Christ, I have less time, Money, I have less time than I have money. All of a sudden the way that you look at things starts to shift because you're protecting your time, not your money. When you don't have much money, you're fucking, oh, well, Jesus Christ, I'm not going to pay somebody $20 to mow the lawn. I'll take my Saturday and do that myself. Well, fuck, you got way too much fucking time.
Yeah. Yep. No argument there. All right, let's move from a clean house to I
gotta go at 15 after, guys.
Well, hey, quickie, before you go, Marty, quick question for you. You're staying with mom these days, aren't you? You live with mom, aren't you, Marty?
Yeah.
So who controls the temperature in the house, you or mom? And I'm serious. Is it 68 or is it 72? Jimmy, don't run the clip just yet. Is it 68 or 72, Marty? Who runs the temperature in your house?
That's dumb shit. I'll let her have it.
Oh.
Yeah, but just by the nature, it's her house. That's kind of the way it works.
That too. Yeah.
So Marty, you just succumb to the whims of mom. Mom just rolls the thermostat, eh?
Yeah, man. She does her thing, man.
That's awesome.
I'm good.
Yeah. Johnny, who runs it in your house?
Dude, I don't pay attention to these kinds.
No, you just let it go.
See what I say? See, dumb shit. See, I told you. See, Johnny's he's rubbing off on me, man. See,
I love it.
But I will say though that there are times like in the evening time.
Yeah,
I make sure my sleep hygiene is a big part of my plan. So I will make sure that the thermostat is set to a certain point when I go to sleep. After that, I don't worry about it.
Yes.
People can do whatever the fuck they want, but when it's sleeping, it's going here. When it's sleep time, this is the number on that fucking little box.
That's fair.
All right, well, listen, Jimmy, let's rock Marty out of the lab here, and let's get into the conversation around the big one here.
See y'all tomorrow, man.
See you, Marty. Have a good one, pal.
Have a good look, my brother.
Jimmy, let's do this one. Your body's red flags. 7 warnings that men ignore until it's too late. And I figured a month of November here when we're just continuing to create awareness around men's health, men's awareness. Let's have this conversation around your body's red flag. 7 warning signs that men ignore until it is too late. And I think we've all had stories where we've had somebody in our life who it's like, oh shit, man, if they would have just done this a little earlier, or would have done that a little bit earlier, maybe life would have been a little differently for them. So Jim, let's run that opener on your body's red flags. 7 warnings men ignore until it is too late. Jimmy?
Most of us drive our bodies like junkers, dashboard lit up, warning lights flashing, and we still keep flooring it. Chest pressure, weird fatigue, constant bathroom changes, brain fog, mood swings. You call it aging, your body calls it help. Tough is not white-knuckling mystery pain for months. Tough is saying, this feels wrong, I'm booking an appointment before it escalates.
Blood pressure, sleep, mood, energy. You need a baseline, so changes stand out, not surprise you in an emergency.
In Deep Dive, we'll walk through 7 red flags men ignore. So if one sounds like you, call your doctor.
I thought we'd create just a level of conversational awareness this morning on something that, again, what I've learned from doing this show by us talking about things, it creates awareness for much of us. And if we can create awareness, it can create takeaways. So I got 7 red flags that if we're experiencing these things, maybe we want to make some phone calls today. Johnny, first one, man, is chest pain or pressure. Any unexplained chest discomfort, especially if it spreads to arm, neck, or jaw, may indicate some heart issues. And I'm going to be honest, man. Have you ever had
real quick? Let's back up a little bit. Let's just pretend, right, that we were running a test, and what we were going to do is we were going to just sip on rat poison for 30 days.
Ooh, yeah.
Right. Would we have any fucking question why all of these symptoms started to pop up? No. Would we fucking call the doctor? No, we'd stop fucking drinking the rat poison.
Yes, but what happens though is that we all get active and busy, and things start happening to us. And in my experience, what happens is we will often ignore them. And
that's part of the problem is that I'm calling for help.
Yes.
I'm not saying that that's the worst thing, but I'm saying that we've been trained to run for help, to get something to help with when we know what we're fucking doing wrong. We're just choosing not to do it. How about you're doing everything right. You still have a chest pain. Now go get help. When you're doing everything that you believe you should be doing, you still have a problem. That's the crossroad. Now, I'm not saying that people that you're all fucked up right now, go get some fucking help. Make sure you don't have a heart attack. But with our journeys in life, it's like, God damn it. You know, you wonder if you punch me in the fucking nose and I start bleeding, am I going to fucking call the doctor? Hey, why am I bleeding? No, I got fucking punched in the nose. Okay. You're fat. You're fucking tired. Your chest hurts. Stop fucking eating McDonald's.
So no argument there, but I would suggest to you not as easy as for everybody. I look at even Season's strength comment here, which is, but John, people don't understand what is rat poison. They're ignorant, and he's right. Many of us are ignorant. Many of us want to. Listen, brother, you know it. You know it. Guys come to you for help, and then on the way back, they're stopping at McDonald's. No judgment, and then they wonder why they've still got belly fat. Right.
Okay, but that's so, and I get, you know, people don't know there's always something. I'm fucking constantly learning.
Yes.
But I put the effort in to try to fucking figure shit out. I guess it's just this, I guess what I don't like about the concept. I mean, and I'm not saying don't get help if you're all fucked up. It's just like this fucking learned helplessness thing is getting worse and worse.
Oh, listen, dude, I don't disagree with you. I'm my point with this was to create awareness. And I agree with what Season said, because I think Season sums it up nicely, because I've been talking to some folks, a little bit of an older demographic than I am. And I don't like what they talk about. And Season says this, we've given, and John, you'd agree with this. We've given up the sovereignty of our body to doctors because we're always rushing to the doctor.
Well, that's my point. So you're going to go to the fucking doctor. All he's going to do is treat your fucking symptom. He's not going to help you with your fucking problem. So now you've gone for help, and now you're subscribed.
Right. So my point, though, is creating awareness, right? So if you have unexplained fatigue or erectile dysfunction or chest pain or pressure, and you're sitting back and you're feeling something and you're sitting next to a bag of McDonald's, well, maybe you got to look at the bag of McDonald's before you rush into the doctor. So I'm with you there. But my point, though, is that we often rush to the doctor because of a symptom when maybe it's just around creating some awareness first, which is more this, okay, so you got chest pain. What kind of activity? So I'm doing all the right things. Okay, well, then maybe it's time to go see the doc, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm with you on don't put a Band-Aid on it. If you're just going to I got to go get my cholesterol sorted out because I'm like, well, hold on a second here. We've all been taught certain things around cholesterol. Again, my point with this dialogue was more or less just creating awareness, not rushing to the doctor, creating awareness around your lifestyle. Because the doctor is just going to subscribe you to a prescription and get you hooked into the system, and you're done. You're fucking done.
So call for help.
Yes.
Most people think that's call the doctor. Is that who you should be calling?
So I don't necessarily think so in 2025. Now, don't take that as Keith's not saying don't go to the doctor. I'm saying I agree with Season. Don't just run to what we have been taught. Be curious. Be curious about your body. Go research. We've never had more information at our fingertips where we can,
Well, that's the thing that sparks my whole thing on this. It's like,
yes,
we do this stuff, and it's like it's just this brainless fucking zombie behavior patterns.
Oh,
and there's no thought put into it.
No,
and we end up all fucked up, and we wonder why.
And it's just a cycle.
Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, you've got these same problems that your dad has. Well, you do the same dumb shit he did too.
Yes.
What the fuck, man?
which is gonna give you the same results. Same results.
So I guess it's just I just wish that there would be a little bit more taking action, within, taking, a person taking control of their destiny more with their own actions.
No, brother. So you're right. So and this is funny because you actually took us to the end of the conversation, which is recognizing these 7 warnings and taking action for your own self, like the sovereignty of your own body, be accountable, take responsibility for yourself and your own decisions, perhaps before rushing out and getting somebody else. And John Petro says it best here. I'm with you, Season Strength. Lots of bullshit, even amongst professionals. Hell, the advice getting a second or third opinion began with medical professionals, because you have one doctor saying, Johnny, go get an opinion from 2 other doctors. Nobody ever says go research yourself, go find out yourself.
Well, and if you look at a lot of the ways to handle these problems, movement, exercise, call it what you will.
Yes.
Is a known fact to be right on the top of the ways to handle these problems, but you're not hearing that in the fucking doctor's office.
Ever. No. Here's the
subscription. It's kind of like, Jesus Christ, some of the answers, even the guy that is fucking eating McDonald's and staying up too late, all the guy that's not doing that, he knows that because he's not moving, it's getting worse.
Yes.
So start fucking moving.
It falls into the no shit Sherlock conversation. Really, it falls into the no shit Sherlock conversation, right? Yeah. And maybe the reframing of it is, before you rush off to get advice, maybe it's about looking in your own mirror, looking at your own habits, looking at everything you're doing to contribute to what's happening to you.
I mean, what Season said, people don't know. I agree. They don't know a lot of shit, but
yes,
they know enough to fucking to get things moving back in the right direction. Maybe yes, not fast, but people know more than they know that the answer is to stop doing some of the dumb shit they're doing and to start doing some of the stuff they don't want to do, but they would rather go take a pill.
Yeah. Well, and Petro, just to close this up before I get out of here, brother, Petro says, I'm with Jon Andersen too. If we got closer to the Little House on the Prairie lifestyle, we'd be a lot healthier. Something to be said for that.
Yeah. I mean, fuck. Move, sleep, and eat the best you can.
Eat thus you can. Yes. Brother, what are you up to today, pal? Are you guys traveling today, or what's your journey looking like today?
Today is literally, I've got so my middle daughter is here. She's only gonna be here for one more day. So literally it's gonna be me, Terry, middle daughter, her kind of borderline fiance, and my mom and my oldest brother. We're just gonna hang. Excuse me. So it's like a day where I've got blocked off just to soak up some family time. My mom is 90. She's 90. I mean, granted, her parents lived to be almost 100. But it's at that point now where I realize that, I may not have the opportunity to sit at the coffee table and have a cup of coffee and have some of the wonderful conversations we have.
Yeah.
And so like last night, Terry took the kids, my brother wasn't there, took the kids to the store to get some food to make dinner. And I had like 45 minutes with my mom. And it was just, we always have these amazing, inspiring, wonderful conversations. And, it's like, I know that, 10 years, if she lives another 10 years, that sounds like a long time, but it's really not.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, John, because you talk 10 years, but you might only go and see her 4 times, right? Or what?
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
So
this in-person time is definitely at a limited, this is a commodity.
Yeah. Yeah. How special, brother? How special. And I'm really glad you're getting a chance to do that with mom. And I'm sure she's loving it too. She's probably just as eager about seeing her boy today.
Because we're going to be here all the way through Friday.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
And other people like other guests coming in for a holiday won't be here till Wednesday or so. We'll have, today, tomorrow, Wednesday. And I told her, I was like, I'm gonna wear you out, Mom. Is this too much? She says, no. She says it's energizing having you here.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Are the dogs with you too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We go this everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, except for last week. That's why I was asking if they
Yeah. Rare that they don't come with us.
I know.
I guess I can't say that anymore. They come with us everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. All right, Mr. Clean-faced, handsome young Andersen.
Crazy. Taking the gray off my face makes me look a little different.
Dude, I'm taken aback by the whole experience this morning. I'm like, oh my goodness, who's this guy?
Every time with the front-facing camera, is when I'm sitting sideways, you don't see. It's like you're not getting the full width of who I am.
Yes, I agree. All right, pal, listen, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day with mom. Enjoy your day with the family. We're going to keep rocking and rolling, and I'll see you less than 22 hours.
Let's go, baby. Have a good loop.
You too, pal. All right, Johnny's out of here, guys. We're back here with the handsome chief. What's shaking nation? Chic Bait, yes, we'll get you into the call here in a few moments. I got a couple segments we're going to do, and we'll bring you in here, Chic, and we can have a chat about what's going on in your world. Yeah, I agree, John. It does look younger, and Petro. Yeah, so listen, those 7 conversational awareness signs were really more so just around the things that I think we all just know, but maybe we forget, right? And you know, changes in urination, right? Mood changes, right? Unexplained fatigue, you know, erectile dysfunction, you know, chest pain, you know, these things that maybe we're going through, maybe we are experiencing them, but maybe we're just ignoring them. So to John's point, if you're ignoring them while you're still contributing to your own situation by making maybe dumb decisions, maybe the conversation is not for you. Or maybe we are aware of everything and you're like, I still have these issues. I think where I do agree with John, just to kind of offer a little bit of a monologue on this, is that we have been conditioned, and Petro, you'd agree, you know, there's a certain generation of us have all been conditioned to run to the dock, right? With all the baggage along the way, bringing the McDonald's bag, bringing the A&W bag, bringing all the baggage, and saying, give me the medication. It's like this collision course. Ideally, we can continue having these conversations and help our audience move away from some of that stuff and recognize that, geez, I'm making all the right decisions, but I'm still having these challenges. So maybe that's a different way to have that conversation around creating that awareness. Okay, guys, I kicked off the show here today with a couple of yahoos that have been away for a while. True story. And I brought them back. Their names, Frankie and Tommy. Yep, Frankie and Tommy are back in the lab. And I have given them a couple tasks. Frankie's going to take on a dumb shit award. And ideally, guys, the dumb shit award is going to drop in the first half hour. But on a Monday and hairless Johnny and big head Johnny, it kind of threw me off. We kind of ran out of time in the first half hour. But we do have a segment, the dumb shit award. We are going to be awarding the first dumb shit award today. And I know Petro's been looking forward to this one, and so have I. And so Frankie, Tommy, I know you guys are eager. We've assigned Frankie the responsibility to host the Dumb Shit Award conversation. So before we do that, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to run the clip with the boys. They're going to introduce the Dumb Shit Award today. And then I'm going to show you guys we created the world's greatest dumb shit trophy. Specs, trophy, different angles on it. We're going to create this thing and hand it out to folks. We are making a thing about this. This is not just a one and done. All right. So Frankie, let's get the dumb shit conversation going. And let's see what's happening in the world of dumb shit with Frankie and Tommy. And today's Dumb Shit Award this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friend. Let's run it, Jimmy.
All right, listen up. It's time for the very first Dumb Shit Award.
Our winner tried to escape the cops on a dirt bike in Miami during rush hour. Ambitious. Did you know dirt bikes are not effective escape vehicles in urban environments? Thank you, Tommy. And that is why he wins the Dumb Shit Award. Back to you, Keith. Jimmy, throw it to the boys. Hi, Melissa.
All right, so we got a Dumb Shit Award video here. Jimmy, let's run this video, man. So there's a dude in Miami who decided he wanted to get away from the cops. And this is what his experience looked like as he was trying to get away from the cops. Check this out. Dude, you got to take your hand off the... There we go. There's today's Dumb Shit Award, awarded to the young man in Miami who decided that it was time to run away from the cops and learning how to drive a motorcycle at the same time. Guys, if you look on the screen here, we have the Dumb Shit Award. We created some specs on the entire experience. We're going to put this up in the Mornings in the Lab community. Actually, we're going to put this up in the Mornings in the Lab brand new app website thing we're building. But you guys can see here, we got the award on the screen here. Custom made, developed over the weekend. It's got a custom made hand holding a pile of shit on a custom base with a bunch of placards on it, which folks can we're going to add names to it. So we'll be handing this out on a daily basis as part of the show. We're going to get, and it's going to be Frankie's responsibility to discover dumb shit. Now, we're also going to offer up the ability for y'all to nominate dumb shit. So we are creating a situation where you can nominate the Dumb Shit Award, and you can, we will award it to the dumbest. Now, this is not about the person. No, it's about the dumb shit act. So maybe that dude, that young man there in Miami that was out racing the cops, actually a pretty good guy. But he got the dumb shit award because of the dumb shit that he did. So listen, I'm a pretty good dude, but I do dumb shit. And so there might be times when I might get the dumb shit award because of dumb shit. So there you go, the Dumb Shit Award this morning on Mornings Alive with Keith, Jon, and Friends. And we have a Did You Know segment being hosted by Tommy. And Tommy is going to, that kind of dumb shit though. What? I don't. We have a Did You Know segment that is being created by Tommy as well. And I know he was working on one yesterday. Did you guys know that your iPhone, we're going to put this one on the table tomorrow. Your iPhone is actually a pretty good security device. You don't even know about it. Tommy's been talking to me this weekend. We're going to bring that on the table for tomorrow's show. Add additional rings to the trophy. Yes, that's exactly it. And then the way I described the trophy, yes, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. We're going to give the first trophy to Chic Baked. We're going to make this fucking trophy. Thanks to Nano Banana Pro. Okay, listen, we have a segment here called Morning Focus. I'm going to get a little personal with you guys for a few minutes here. And I'm going to talk about leading with purpose, the 7 impact first wins from my journey and my journey in life. And it was fun because this gave me a good reason to dig into the new tools of Nano Banana Pro. And I literally created this segment through the use of that. So let's get into it, Jimmy. I think we have a little bit of it. So, Jim, I don't know how you want to run the opener. We're gonna go with this live on the fly here today, but I'm gonna start getting after it. When I look back at the last 25 plus years, the moments that actually moved the needle weren't the flashy milestones. No, they were the times I chose impact over ego, people over vanity, and action over perfection. And to do that, number one, I quit hockey at 16. Now you think back, so why is it relevant today? Well, that decision was the first time I made a decision that wasn't about making someone else proud. Oh, man, it was messy. It was tense. It was emotional. I remember that moment. I told my dad that. And I was like, where's my dad? He's down in the basement lifting weights. Never saw my dad his entire life lifting weights, but he just needed to get his energy out somewhere because there was his 16-year-old son who was living out my dad's hockey dream saying he was done. Done. But it taught me during that moment, guys, the power of claiming your own trajectory, even when nobody understands it. And it's funny because for the last couple of years as I've been building this, I know many have not been able to understand what the hell we are building here. And the lights now are starting to come on going, oh, I get it. So when you have that power of claiming your own trajectory, even when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, our guests today, 60s, that is impact. That is impact, owning your own trajectory. It happened to me when I was 16 and I've never looked back. We're talking the 7 big impacts in my life. Maybe you have some big impacts in your life of what's helped move the needle for you. The next one for me, guys, was number 2, meeting my first business partner online before it was normal. Here's what's crazy, guys. Y'all don't know this, but back when I started ICUC, back in the dial-up days, connecting with a business partner online was basically social suicide. Did any of you do it? No, I'm suspecting none of you did. I did. I found a dude in London. We connected on the internets somehow. And We started doing some work together. I remember my friends asking me, what? You're working with some guy on the internet? You never met him? No. People laughed. We built anyways. And that decision led to one of the first big digital agencies in Canada when we built ICUC. And the funny thing is, it happened again this weekend. As I was building, I needed help. So what did I do? Found a dude in Morocco. What's up, Asaki? What's up, my brother? Found a guy in Morocco. Doing some work with him now. Out of the blue. So impact often starts, guys, when those conversations ends. Number three in my journey, building ICUC into a global company with ever-chasing clout. It's funny because I was building this, it kind of dawned on me. From the ground up. Do y'all ever see the Brian Chesky's from Airbnb or, I don't know, the big leaders of big companies spending a bunch of time on the social platforms, selling their platforms? No, because they're busy building their platforms. No, the people you see on all those social platforms are selling you stuff on those platforms. When I was building ICUC, we weren't cool at all. We weren't loud at all. No, we were consistent. Quarter after quarter after quarter, we hit the numbers. And that's what scaled ICUC across continents and into boardrooms of the world's biggest brands. But the win wasn't the exit, you guys. No. It was building something real. It was building something trustworthy. And it was building something that was resilient long before the creator culture existed today, which is what gives me the confidence more than ever for what we are building today as part of the Mornings in the Lab live network. Number 4, guys, selling ICUC, and then I stayed 10 more years. Oh, yeah. So people romanticize selling a company. What they don't talk about is the identity unraveling that comes after it. Happened to me. As a matter of fact, it's continued to happen to me up until probably I'll take the word probably out of that. It has happened to me until the most recent few months ago, where the lights started coming on and the confidence started coming together, and I started realizing what I always knew, but I just needed to say it out loud, that I'm on the right path, that I'm creating the right thing. And when I stayed at ICUC a decade longer, I cared about the people. I cared about the culture. I cared about the legacy. And man, when I got that call inviting me to leave, true story, that's when I became ridiculously lost over the last couple of years. And it really wasn't only until we built Live in the Lab, figuring shit out with Keith and Melissa. And then as we were pivoting from Live in the Lab to Mornings in the Lab, welcoming Jimmy to the team. And then as we've gone through the last number of months, it's become very, very clear of where the future is. And impact, guys, is knowing when to build and when to release. Perhaps when to even stick around or take off. Number 5, guys, on my journey of 7 steps in my journey in life. Choosing therapy instead of pretending everything was fine. You guys heard me talk about it earlier on the show. How's it going? I'm fine. How's it going? I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. Are you? Are you really fine? One of the most transformative wins of my life wasn't a business milestone. No, it happened as I was a young man. It was the moment I realized that I needed to go get some help, some conversational help. Yes, because something wasn't right in my head. And it wasn't I need to go to the doctor for a prescription. It wasn't, I need to go to the doctor to get some medicine. No, it's just something wasn't right in my head. This was a young 18-year-old man. True fucking story. I headed off to get some therapy. I remember that conversation with my folks. Hey, I need to use the insurance because I got to go get some work done on my brain. They looked at me like, what? Yeah, true story. Well, those conversations reshaped me, reshaped how I lead, reshaped how I show up, and reshaped how I connect. And then I just took that therapy through the rest of my journey in my life. As I went through growing my business, as I went through my journey of relationships and so forth, business relationships, personal relationships. Because the impact, guys, those impact, that begins with owning your own internal game. Goes back to the conversation we had with Jon was still here, which is, if we have awareness around things, we run to the doctor. Well, maybe we got to own our own internal game first before we run to the doctor. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. It's not what I'm saying at all. Not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is own your own story first. Chic Bait, I know you own your own story. Number 6, I should say. This is a big one that people still can't wrap their head around when I did it. I deleted years and years and years of followers, reach, content, vanity metrics, because it wasn't me anymore. I remember the moment I was in the truck with my son in the back seat. I looked at him like, holy fuck, where am I going? Not in the right direction. I wanted a clean slate. And then I came back to the world with an empty place of social proof. Like, who the fuck are you? But guys, that reset right there is why the lab works today. If I don't delete that audience, if I don't recognize that I'm going down the wrong path in my journey on life, we're not here today. Because the lab today is built on real conversations, not performative chasing, not performative vanity metrics. Because you'll hear me say this and you'll hear me say it again. Impact. It comes from alignment, not from applause. Applause starts. Think about an applause. It starts. There's the crescendo, and then it ends. No, I want impact that's everlasting, based on alignment that never ends. And then, guys, number 7 in the journey. 7 in this journey of leading with purpose. 7 impact first wins from my journey in life. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. What were your 7 impacts as you got through your journey in life? Number 7, guys, it's happening here right in front of you right now. For the last 500 plus consecutive mornings, we've gone live. 500 plus shows, 500 plus guests. This show has done more for my life, more for my creativity, more for my confidence, and more for my business than anything I've ever done. This time slot and this habit has become my secret weapon. It's forced growth. It's built this community. It's sharpened my voice, and it's created a platform where everyday people show up. Everyday people show up. We connect. We grow. We feel seen. I see you out there, Sullivan. I see you out there, Chic Bait. I see you out there, Holroyd. You guys are I'm here because you're here. You're here because I'm here. We are all here together. And it's that win, nation. It's that fucking win. That I'm most proud of. Because it's not just my impact. It's not just my impact. No. It's our impact. It's our impact, Petro. It's our impact, Sully. This show only works because you guys show up. So when I look back at my journey in life, and I look back at leading with purpose, fuck am I proud to share my first wins with all of you this morning. And I hope this encourages you to share your wins with me and share your wins with your audience, because there's somebody out there in your community, nation, that needs to hear this, that needs to help them move forward, leading with purpose. Because if you're not leading with purpose, what the fuck are you leading for? Maya Reyes. Hey, Jimmy.
All right, nation. Today we're talking 3 places guys overcomplicate things: your body, your presence, and the people you keep close.
Because the fitness industry loves you confused, jumping programs and buying powders, while the real list's embarrassingly short, boring, and repeatable.
You can have abs and still look low status if you're fidgeting, pacing, overacting every sentence like a nervous intern. And even when your body and presence are dialed, your ego still volunteers you for deals your gut already hates. So today, it's which basic you're ignoring, where you're wasting motion, and what decision your stomach's quietly screaming about.
Hey, Chic Bait. Chic Bait, Chic Bait, Chic Bait. We're going to do the community corner. Then we're going to open the phone lines up and bring you into the show. Guys, phone lines will open up in about 6 or 7 minutes or so. 431-300-3005. I know I got Chic Bait waiting to join the conversation. We're going to offer some mornings in the lab advice coming up in a few moments here. But before we do that, Nation, we're going to get to the community corner. Maya Reyes brought some good stuff to the table here this morning, and we are going to get after it. And we are going to start that over on YouTube because fitness is simpler than the industry wants you to believe it is. Yes, it is, baby. Average to Jacked says the fitness industry profits from your confusion. True story. They want you overwhelmed. They want you buying the shortcuts. They want you chasing the gimmicks. But the truth is this. You only need a few sustainable habits. The first one, actually, fuck it. I'm tossing the whole script out the window. You got one habit, Nation. Get up, 8 o'clock, live Eastern time. Join the Mornings in the Lab live network. Actually, 7:30 Eastern time with Roofy. And they come join us at 8 o'clock. And we're going to make the entire fitness, lifestyle, health industry real simple for you. Get your sleep, get up before 8, come join the show, come bring your water, come have your coffee, come join the awesome conversation, and then get after it. Nothing more complicated than that. Not offering you shortcuts, not offering you hacks. No, we're going to track your sleep score. We're going to talk about your sleep score. We're going to encourage you to eat good whole foods. So there you go. That's it. Get up, 8 o'clock live. That's the hack for today's Mornings in the Lab Community Corner segment. YouTube, moving over to Substack. Your movement signals your status, just like a live conversation. So stop wasting motion. The Architect says that physical efficiency is a subconscious marker of competence, authority, and status among men. Stillness and economical movement signal high capacity, self-regulation, and leadership. Excessive motion and fidgeting broadcast anxiety and low status. Oh, I like this. I never thought about this, Neiman. This is good, Neiman. Never thought about this, actually. Because you're right. When somebody is fidgeting, maybe they're lacking confidence. Maybe they're anxious. I never thought about that, and I love that. So if you see somebody being anxious, if you see somebody being fidgeting, maybe there's a way to address them and approach them and offer them an olive branch. I'm quite intrigued by this. Fit presenter Mike McCullen says, people ask me, what should I do in the gym? I ask, what are you doing now? Their answer, nothing. Fuck, Mike. That is awesome, man. Because everybody just overcomplicates everything. No, just go to the gym, lift some weights, get a walk in, get some good sleep, try again. And then just progressively overload. Try again, try again, try again. But guys, back to our conversation around motion. In group environments, leaders move less. Think about it. Hold on a second with this one, Neiman. In group environments, leaders move less. Those with anxiety move excessively. Well, I'm fucking moving all the time. I got no anxiety right now. I'm fucking jacked happy. Ooh, I'm happy. I'm having a good time this morning. Great show. A lot of energy. Y'all are bringing the energy here. No anxiety happening today. But you notice it, though. You notice it when you go to a meeting, movement, you're watching somebody move. Movement is like spending a limited budget. Excessive, purposeless. Intentional motion signals wealth and authority. Think about it. Think about when you're watching somebody, right? Somebody else, frantic. You know what I'm thinking about? Corey Feldman. To all my people out there who are my age. Yeah, Corey Feldman would remind me of somebody who might be like excessive and purposeless and just a stitch. Where you might have somebody who's like, I have a little more intention. I got some more wealth. I got some authority. So what's the protocol, guys? Mindful walking, controlled breathing, and intentional gestures. Try it. It might surprise you. All right, guys, LinkedIn. Do you guys trust your gut often? Do you trust your gut over your ego? Or do you let your ego lead the way? It's a battle all of us have, guys. Well, Ben Oberg, CEO of the Capitalist Network, had $2 million at 25 bucks. He lost almost everything partnering with a guru he didn't trust. His gut said no. I think the story is bullshit, actually. I think it's bullshit. Yeah, true story. Mac12212 says, is it bad that I watch reels and lives while she deep throats me? Depends. It's an interesting conversation. I don't know. What do you guys think, Nation? Is it bad that Mac 212 TV5 is watching reels and live shows while she deep throats him? I don't know. It's an interesting question. It's a very interesting question for the community. Or as Neiman would say, who cares? Yeah, true story. Hey, the good news is Mac 212, welcome to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. I hope you're enjoying your deep throating session right now while you're enjoying my live conversation with you. Yeah. But anyways, Ben Oberg, the CEO of the Capitalist Network, said his gut said no when he lost $2 million while partnering with a girl. And his ego wanted the exposure. He did his part. The partner took credit, then hit him with legal threats. Monthly income dropped. He lost his team. What was the lesson, guys? Intuition is more reliable than ego or the lure of exposure. And here's my invitation, guys. Never work with people you don't trust, no matter how prominent they are. The law is just process, not justice. Success and visibility, are they worth it if you're sacrificing your integrity or your gut instincts? Maya, what about you? Let's wrap up the community corner so we can open the phone lines and bring Chic Bait into the show before we wrap up today's episode of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Let's get it, Jimmy.
We just walk through basics for your body, your movement, and your partnerships. And none of it needed complicated spreadsheets.
Don't leave this segment with vibes. Leave with one concrete change you'll make this week, written somewhere you'll actually see.
And if your gut and ego are arguing about a person, partnership, or plan, trust your gut, not your pride.
All right, I'm going to try something here this morning.
Dude.
Is this Chic Bait?
Yeah, you're freaking me out that you called me.
Yeah, well, hey, that's what we do here on the big show. Chic Bait, welcome to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. You wanted to have so you were crying. What were you crying about, Chic Bait?
I was just holding my cat and having a moment, and then my cat was like a typical cat and was like, "Please stop holding me." And then my phone rang. It was you.
Well, there you go. There you go. Well, listen, Chic Bait, you've hung out with us for a couple hours. I appreciate your patience while we got to you. We got a few minutes left before we wrap up the show here today. So remind the audience, where are you joining us from today, Chic? Ohio, that's right, yes. And you said at the beginning of the show here that there are some challenges happening within your world. What were the challenges?
Can I preface it with a backstory, a brief?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. 100%.
Okay, so I'm doing like a school thing, and they have like a module. You know, like you have to like log in and like do a mental health thing. You know, like watch some videos, right? And I'm like, you know what? I need to set some boundaries. I need to like speak my mind. So I called my man. You know, I've been with him for almost 9 years, right? Mm-hmm. And we're not married. Sadly, weird. And is my audio better now?
Yeah, your audio is great. Yeah, I just turned it up. You're great.
Cool. All right, thank you. Yeah. So. And I just called him out on a bunch of things, and I'm like, you know, I love you, blah, 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 you know. I didn't want to use the word but, you know, but I'm like, we're going through a lot of stuff. He's doing caregiving for his dad. He's in his 90s, you know. Our whole world's been, like, upside down for, like, the last 2 years, and I'm telling him, like, you can't hold a grudge against me for calling you out on not being a good caregiver. Like, I'm really in a sad spot, to be honest.
I can tell. I'm sorry.
He parks him on the couch. He feeds him, and that's about it. And I'm like, you can't just park your dad on the couch.
Yeah.
And then tell me I'm the one that's crazy. And he's not intimate with me anymore. You know, like everything has gone And he just said on the phone, like, then just go. And I'm like, where do I go?
Oh, I'm sorry. So what's
So when I said,
I'm listening.
sorry, I don't know what to do. I need friends right now. He's isolated me. I barely leave the house, you know, like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. It's often when we don't know what to do, perhaps we know exactly what to do. And maybe
I want to get out of this situation. I do. I mean, but
what's preventing you from getting out of the situation, Chic?
well, here's the thing. He's on the phone with me, right? And I'm being called. And he's like, stop yelling. I'm like, you're the one who's yelling, not me. Right? I'm not yelling. That gaslighting stuff, it hurts.
Yeah. Chic, what do you do for what keeps you occupied throughout the day?
When I met him 9 years ago, he said, don't worry about work. You know, I'm rich. I can take care of this. You're like, bullshit.
Yeah. So you don't work right now?
And then I am not currently employed. I do like gig stuff.
Oh, gig economy stuff. What kind of stuff do you do?
Instacart. I'm an artist, so I do like pet portraits.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so that is why you offer your opinion on the AI content, and I respect it. But somebody who has some natural great skills as a human, which I have nothing but love for, maybe struggling a little bit with some of the AI generated content. Would that be a fair assumption of mine?
I am sorry for making that comment, but I meant it in the moment.
Yeah, no. Listen, no apology needed for it. I respect your skill set as an artist. I think we are in an interesting time now where, skilled artists like
look. You're the John guy, right? Or Keith?
No, I'm Keith.
Yeah, I know you're Keith.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still crying. Keith, no. The AI stuff is cool. I'm really digging it, okay? All right? And I do play around with it. Obviously, that chicken thing that you see right there was made with AI.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, well, we needed to put something up on the screen to represent you.
And I had to yell at Chat GPT. I yelled at that robot,
Yeah.
And I said, no, spell my name right. Chick bait. Put that on the shirt.
Perfect. So hey, I got a question for you, Chic. I want to be very I want you to hear me very seriously when I ask this question of you, okay?
No, can I just pause for a second?
Please.
You're lucky I picked up the phone because I was crying. Okay.
Well, no, I would say you're lucky that I picked up the phone and phoned you.
Okay,
let's have some fun. Here's the question for you, Chic. What can the Mornings in the Lab community do for you today that would help you have a better day today?
Can I be honest?
Please.
When I talk to women, they're all like, gung-ho and like, oh yeah, leave him and do this right away. I want a male perspective.
So you want our perspective on what to do?
Because you guys are dudes.
Yeah. So if you don't know this already, you would know that I'm a huge communicator. I'm a big fan of conversation and communication.
But do you get my story about, this guy just like being like oppressive and like making me isolated, and it makes me confused. I'm not the most social person in the world, by the way, but there comes to a point where you start to miss having friends and doing stuff. I don't do stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in my house all effing day, every day I'm just alone.
Yeah. So Here's my invitation for you. As and as you know, we have to work towards wrapping up our show here this morning, Chic. But my invitation for you is this: is that in less than 22 hours from now, we're going to be back here again doing the same show, different conversations, different topics. Maybe the friendly voices that I bring to the table, or John or Marty or the community brings to the table, helps you bring comfort. I think my advice to you would be to dig down into that courage blanket that I know you have, and have some tough conversations with your partner, and recognize.
No, Keith. He's in Massachusetts right now.
Okay.
I split home between Ohio and there.
Okay.
Okay. And I said this would go much better in person, but I'm going to practice on the phone. But when you get back in person, we're going to do this again. And
yes.
He's like, what?
Yes. You know what we could do? I got an offer for you. Why don't you? What's your man's name? What's his name?
I'm not going to name his name, but hear me out.
Okay.
It's a W. It's a W name.
All right. Will. So Will and Chic Bait, come to the show and we'll have a little class here. We can have a little conversation. Maybe we can bring the professor bullshit.
Did you guess it right on the first try? Oh my god.
Pretty good.
Anyway, so I don't know, pretty good.
So Juliet and Will, you guys come to the show so we can have a conversation about where your challenges are, and we can help solve that for you. And I know that Charlie Goodtime, and we have a lot of helpful people that can help you.
He
yes.
put me in therapy, said I was crazy. I ditched therapy, and I'm like, the only thing good my therapist said was that he's emotionally not available right now.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then I guess I'm done with therapy.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, Chic, well, listen.
Does that make sense?
It does. So listen, I want to offer this to you. I want to offer this to you.
I'll invite him, but he hates the internet.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. Here's my invitation for you. Let's come back tomorrow. You come back, join the show with us tomorrow. Come, keep the conversation happening. Look at us as your lifeline of positivity to help you get up and get after it. You said that right now.
Is there a way to chat with you off the show? Because I would appreciate that at this moment.
Jimmy, phone line up 431-300-3005. The phone lines are always open for folks that want to communicate and chat that need a friendly voice to help you get through.
No, I just meant like off the show.
Yeah, well, that's the number. That's the number we put up there. It's available. Listen, Chic, I have men often will send me texts, will send me voicemails, will call to say, "Hey, shit's going sideways. Do you have time to talk?" So there's the number.
So it's the same number.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it rings to the Mornings in the Lab live studio here. So I
know I'm trying to be cool right now, but you know I'm in a rough spot.
I know you are. And listen, you're being very vulnerable live in front of our audience, in front of our community. And it takes a lot of courage. So I want to thank you for that. I want to encourage you to keep that courage happening. And I want to invite you to come back in 22 hours. I'll tell you right now, I'm expecting to see you in the community tomorrow. Okay. 7:30 with Matt, Kindness Rising.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And then 8 o'clock
I will
with us.
try, but in case I can't, it's the same number, just so you understand that my situation is
You bet.
very bad right now.
I'm sorry to hear that, Chic. You stay in touch with us, okay? All right, guys. We're gonna walk.
I will. Bye.
We're gonna walk Chic Bait out of the lab this morning, nation. Guys, you guys can join the show with us anytime. 431-300-3005. The Handsome Chief offering relationship advice live on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. All right, Jimmy, Melissa. Hey, nation. You guys, I don't know if you guys know who I am on LinkedIn. I would invite you to go check out my profile on LinkedIn. I dropped an incredible picture this morning of the entire team. Kudos to producer Neiman. Kudos to Melissa getting after it with a Nano Banano Pro yesterday. We have an awesome fucking family picture of the entire gang in the network. Frankie's there, Tommy's there, Maya's there, Sophia's there, Jimmy's there, Melissa's there, Bilous is there, Marty's there, Johnny's there. The entire family come together. If you guys have the image, Jimmy, let's throw it on the screen. Yeah, there's right there on the screen, man. It is awesome, man. That's we got the gang together this weekend, And you guys can see the image there on the screen. We all came together yesterday afternoon outside of the Mornings in the Lab studio. Jimmy flew in, Melissa flew in. We had the entire gang flew in. Uncle Keith opened up the pocketbook and fucking opened up the airplane. And you guys know those little G5s. Yeah, they fly pretty fast. True story. I think it's the same kind of machine that Santa Claus uses to fly around the world pretty fast. The magic, I'm telling you. Yeah, we stopped in Cape Town, picked up Melissa. Stopped over in the Philippines and picked up Jimmy. Yeah, true story. Yeah, stopped over here in Winnipeg, got off at the airport, drove on down to the Headingley here where that building is, and we all got outside the window and we crushed the image. And then Frankie and Tommy got back on the plane. I sent them back to the fucking Bahamas and said, get back there. So love the picture. Sterling and Preston in there. What a great, great image. What a great image. Melissa, well done, kid. Well done. And again, we also got the trophy we handed out today. Let's throw that on the screen too, Jimmy. We have the interesting the dumb shit award. So if you guys are looking to nominate somebody who does dumb shit, we'd love to hear about it because we got the award created. It is awesome, and we handed it out this morning to the young man in Miami who decided to outrace the cops with his motorcycle. Okay, guys, this is a wrap for today. We started with the 2-minute tide to calm your nerves. We talked Greg Schwem as he turned cancer and divorce into comedy as I'm trying to get my burps out this morning. And yes, Holroyd, I sent John the picture this morning and I got the thumbs up, which tells me that John's busy right now, Holroyd. Clearly busy with shaving, clearly with his systems. I think John was in a little bit of a funk today. A little bit of a funk. Hey, Jimmy? A little bit of a funk, maybe. Was Jon Andersen this morning. I love it. I love it. We talked thermostat. We talked cleaning the house. And we had a good chat with Chic Bait as well. Guys, tomorrow we're going to turn the volume up again. We've got Ian Harrison breaking down the walking billboard effect and how he turns sneakers into living brand experiences you can't ignore. We're going to get tactical with AI-enhanced thinking and 4 simple practices to free up your brain. And we're going to talk about success without burnout, how high-performing men can actually survive the next 5 years without cooking their nervous systems. So guys, listen, rest up. Take those red flags we put on the table today. Are you breathless? You can't get it up? Maybe you got these constant issues happening with your body. Well, look around yourself. Look at your habits. And if you're satisfied that your habits are where you need them to be, then maybe it's time to make the call to a diagnosed expert. But guys, don't hit that snooze button because tomorrow there's another man getting up on time. And if you're hitting the snooze button, he's going to take your spot. Guys, we'll see you less than 22 hours. I appreciate everybody over in the comments this morning. Sullivan, Holroyd, Chic Bates, good time. Mac 212. Hope you're enjoying that session, that head session you're getting right now there, Make. Hope you enjoyed spending time with us this morning. Fit Presenter, thanks for hanging out with us today. Man, Melissa, Jimmy, everybody else, thanks, guys. We'll see you guys in less than 22 hours live on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We'll see you guys.